with. On the mob, I try to like a free pick. Pop that slide in the rain and no evidence. He got me braining that shit was magnificent. Put a curse on that bitch, I like my
Sakura Uchiha. This is the only time that we see Sakura hop in a straight dog mode, bro. And when I say dog mode, I'm talking. Before we hop into the fight, let me give you a little bit of background so you can understand the temperature of the situation here. Gaara becomes Kazekage. He's still got the Jinchuriki in him. Sasori and Deidara pull up to the village. They already have an inside man that just straight up lets him inside the village. And then suddenly, Deidara just starts flying over the city. It's about to drop a bomb down on the fucking town or whatever like that. To lure Gaara out. Gaara pops out. You know what I'm saying? They start scrapping his shit. He hits Buddy with a sand coffin thinking he's about to kill him. And, you know, that doesn't go well. And they end up taking this nigga's body to some weird cave. Then they fucking send astral projection waves, and then Pain picks up on them and is able to summon them all in the same area. And they do the fucking sealing jutsu to activate the 10 tails Jinchuriki. So they have to hunt down all the different tails. They take Gaara's Jinchuriki and then skedaddle as soon as Team 3 and Team 7 pulls up. Before they can get into the Katsuki layer, they have to take off the 5 barrier seal off the rock. They all find the seals with Neji's power. Like, he's able to see thousands of fucking meters away. You know how this goes, bro. You got the Bakugan, nigga. Not that type of Bakugan. They go rip off the seals all at the same time, and then Sakura smashes the rock. Sakura goat moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, she snapped. Then Deidara and Sasori are the only motherfuckers who stayed behind, and they think they can handle that fucking pressure. We're focused here on Sakura and Granny Chiyo today, so I just gave you some background. Now let's get into the fucking battle. So Sasori is Granny Chiyo's grandson. She knows that he knows the way of these puppets and shit, and that he's probably the ultimate puppet master, but she's like a puppet god in this universe. Come on, the bitch is like 100 years old. But the thing is with puppet masters, they're not so good with close combat. So what Sasori does that's different from most puppet creators or puppet master motherfuckers, whatever you want to call them in this universe, he puts his body inside of the puppet. You get where I'm coming from? So that little body he has with the little tail and all that shit ain't actually the tail. That's the fucking mouth of a puppet, nigga. And that body's not even his body. See, Granny Chiyo already knows that she can't defeat this motherfucker alone. That's why she brung Sakura with her in the first place, because she carries that brute strength of Lady Tsunade herself. That's who trained her. You know what I mean? So she go ahead and give her game. She's like, first step is to get close and shatter the puppet. The catch is you must dodge every attack it puts forth. Every swing is packed with poison, and it proves fatal every time. I think you drop dead in like 2 minutes, nigga. That's what the grapevine told me. See, Granny Chiyo already know she ain't on that. Like, she already know that Sakura can't do these things. She's been read Naruto volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and shit like that, and saw how down bad she was for Sasuke, and she was like, yeah, this bitch can't do shit. So what she does is she attaches her chakra strings to Sakura and got this bitch doing all type of crazy dodges. As soon as they hop in a battle, they running toward her. Boom, the fucking puppet opens up the fucking mouth, starts shooting these fucking poison needles and shit. Bam, Sakura start dodging that shit in a handstand motion, whips the legs to the side. You know, Granny Chiyo, she already been a master at this shit. Like I said, that bitch 100 years old. She started swift and shit. And then Sasori shoots his little arm off. Pah! He like, die! Boom, that shit started shooting off all type of needles and shit. I don't even know what the fuck's going on in this page, bro. Like, you tell me what this is. Sasori must have been reading the previous Naruto series also, because he thought Sakura was ass too, and he thought she wouldn't have dodged that attack, but she did dodge that attack. All of a sudden, he starts swinging the little tongue thing at her. It's like 2 inches away from her face. Granny Chiyo's like, now Sakura! Like she ain't controlling her already. Boom! Breaks the fucking puppet. And then that motherfucker like, I should have expected no less from my Granny Chiyo. Did you really think this shit was gonna be that easy? And that nigga pretty much start calling out the strat already. He's like, you were controlling her the whole time. I seen it since the beginning. That's when you did it. You feel me? And then that's when he locks the fuck in. So Buddy pulls out his favorite puppet and he's like, let me show you my favorite. Boom, pulls out the fucking Kazekage. So Granny Chiyo like, Sasori, it was you who killed the Kazekage. He said, a retired witch, already 1 foot in the grave. Yet you still you trouble yourself. See, that boy Sasori hopped straight into action. He said, it's time to finish up here. Boom, sends the Kazekage right after him, right? You know what I'm saying? He took his body, turned this nigga into a puppet. I just want you to keep that in mind. Boom, he got that nigga flying towards him with the little poison knife shit. Boom, he swing at him. Granny Chiyo pulls Sakura back, barely misses the hit, and she uses the tail from the other broken puppet to block the hit since she wasn't able to make Sakura dodge in time. But just off of that, Sasori moves straight into action, splitting the arm of the Kazekage in part, which lets off some fucking like barrage of hands that goes right after Sakura, and then it traps her down and like pushes her down or whatever like that, but she's able to still dodge between that. Pisses off Sasori, right? So then it lets off a poison cloud instead. Sakura thinks quickly and she throws a fucking like bomb, like shuriken, letter bomb, whatever the fuck that shit is, and blows the smoke away, which blows her back in the impact at the same time, landing straight into Granny Chiyo. W Sakura moment. Now, that bitch starts snapping. She's like, I will get you. You can blow my limbs off. You can poison me until I can't move, and I'll still get you. Honestly, that shit didn't snap at all. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Sasori didn't want to hear none of that shit, so he just immediately took those arms and made them start shooting shurikens and shit like that. And then Granny Chiyo stepped in. When a woman's talking, a man does well to listen quietly. And she got these two puppets with their heads down. It's his fucking parents.
What the hell?
Oh, bro! I'm telling you, this bitch on something! Granny Chiyo basically reminded this nigga like, I showed you this technique. I showed you the puppet game, nigga. I took you in this shit, and I'll take you out of it. Like, fuck is you talking about? The mother and father puppet were the first ones he created when his parents died in the war. And guess who? Guess who killed this nigga's parents? Kakashi's dad, bro. Like, what? The dots are connecting. They're all over the place, bro. I just... Sasori's like, what do you expect to do with them now? I made them. I know their workings inside and out. So immediately, Chiyo don't give a fuck about none of that. The two puppets put their hands together. They spread this wire out, start cutting the thousand arm shit. The thousand arm detaches immediately off of it, and then he opens the mouth of the fucking Kazekage puppet and lets out the iron sand. The iron sand is one of the third of Kazekage's original jutsu, adapted from and used by the former host of Shukaku. It can mold magnetic sand in any shape, forming the perfect weapon for every situation. Let's keep in mind here though, Sasori's the only one who can produce human puppets. Whoever he makes his puppet, Sasori has access to that person's jutsu. Ultimately, that gives him supreme power, which is why having a Kazekage puppet would make him a puppet master. Granny Chiyo tries to get Sakura to back off. She's like, hey man, I'll take care of this. You get out of here type shit. You're no match for him, not with this card in play. And then Sasori's like, too late. Boom, he does Iron Sand Shower. And Iron Sand Shower is just like the equivalent of you pulling out the AK-47 and just letting that bitch loose. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine the effect of this. Instantly, the mother puppet grabs Sakura, moves her out the way. Granny Chiyo uses the dad puppet to make a chakra shield and block the hit.
Ha! A jutsu you should have just blocked. You know, you should have just have dodged it. The iron sand has seeped into the doll, so as long as I have the magnetic power of the third Kazekage, that thing can't last.
He tells him, this time I attack both of you at once. Makes the Kazekage open his mouth, right? And then it fucking lets out the iron sand and it shoots out these spear shards or whatever. And boom, it gets blocked by another chakra shield. The dust clears, it's Granny Chiyo. Her fucking left arm is a puppet arm. Alright, I guess she cold, whatever like that. That shit was kind of lame to me anyways. Like, I kind of expected that with her being a puppet master. The puppet forms iron sand wings. Then he decides to pull out the fucking rectangle and the pyramid, bringing us back to elementary school days type shit. And then Sakura's like, what can I do right now? You know what I'm saying? She back to her weak shit, and then she's like, you know what? Fuck that. I gotta lock in. You know what I'm saying? She you know what I'm saying? You can tell she's locked. You know what I'm saying? She's like, please use me. Bam. Lets Granny Chiyo reattach the chakra strings to her. And then instantly she just fucking hops into action, bruh. Start running straight toward him. But I'm remembering, I'm like, okay, this is Granny Chiyo making her run straight toward. This nigga start using them shits to start trying to smash them into the ground and shit. Sakura gets to dodging, you feel me? Like she get thrown back, gets to falling. Then she fucking hits one of them bitches, like hits pure iron with her hand without it breaking. And that bitch just slide across the earth. You know what I'm saying? She's like, and that's just the beginning type shit. Like, bro, I didn't know she had these capabilities, bro. Anything I ever said to you, I'm fucking sorry, bro. That's the whole premise here. I'm fucking sorry. Then Granny Chiyo start glazing and shit. She's like, this girl's amazing. In short time, she started to read Sasori's offensive pattern. Granny, no the fuck she didn't. She just hit the damn shape. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gotta give her flowers, right? Sasori stopped playing with her ass completely. Like, he's like, okay, hold on. Now I gotta majorly lock in. So he takes the two shapes, floats them up in the air, puts them bitches together. Then he opens up the chest compartment of the puppet and then says needle spear type shit. And it like just branches off almost like lightning. And it's to try to, like, you know, really eliminate these niggas for, like, let's be completely honest. Like, this shit was supposed to collateral them. I thought this was his ultimate attack. And then instead, Sakura's still sitting there fucking standing. You know what I'm saying? But she's bleeding, meaning that she got hit by the attack. Therefore, she's poisoned. and even a scratch will prove fatal. Y'all remember that, right? This bitch drops onto the ground almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? And then he sends the puppet after her with like the little blade and is cutting right through. Right when it's about to cut that hoe, she gets up and punches that shit, breaks the fucking puppet. Clutch Sakura moment, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this was top tier impressive. And then she pulls out the fucking antidote and she popped that bitch. Yo, when'd you get the antidote, ho? Sakura using her brain, bro? Like, I just can't believe this shit. So come to find out, back when she had to concoct it up for that nigga Konkuro, the other puppet user nigga that got attacked by Sasori, that actually was the creator of the puppets that Konkuro was using type shit, she had enough for 3 doses. She gives Granny Chio one of them. She already used one of them, meaning there's actually, I think, another one remaining, you feel me? So here's the thing, right? She only brung it in a hydroponic format, meaning that the catch is the antidote is only potent for about 3 minutes. So wherever it's working, the poison you get exposed to gets converted into a harmless protein. So technically it still affects you later on, but for now it's not gonna affect you. So then this nigga Sasori started putting this shit together. He's like, wait a second, did she use the fucking antidote? Did she detoxify it somehow? Wait a second, this brat's a fucking medic ninja? The antidote is prohibitively difficult to mix. Even if there's the slightest mistake, I need to reference table to mix the ratio, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He's just specifying his head, and he can't really figure it out for real, but he figured it out. And he's like, you know what? It's time to lock in. Niggas start unbuttoning the vest. It's been a while indeed since I last used myself. Sasori is a puppet himself. He has like something in his chest that gives him life. And the kanji on the symbol says Scorpion, and then on the back he has like 4 scrolls that contain different abilities or puppets that he can pop out with, which is that's exactly what we're about to get into. So without wasting any time, this nigga Sasori uses his stomach. He has like a chain link loop in his stomach that he's standing on top of the aura farm for a couple minutes and shoots that bitch directly at Sakura, cuts the side of her, meaning that it re-poisoned her, because you know if he touches her with any part of his body, any type of blade, you're poisoned, you feel me? Flies toward Granny Chio. Sakura got enough strength to be like, oh hell no, fuck that. Then she grabs the little chain thing that he used to get onto the rock to basically fly around like a Mario off Rainbow Six Siege, and he start pulling it. He doesn't give a fuck, keeps flying toward her with the little blades coming out his back and shit, and then she yanks him, pulls him toward her because it runs out of cord, and he punches that nigga square in his shit, and he dismantles completely. Them niggas think the battle over for a second. Like she's like, I barely beat him with enough time to spare. Haha, I did it, Granny Chio. I did it. And she's like, Sakura, you. And then that bitch dead ass like, like she just got scared. And then all she hears is the nigga rebuilding himself behind her, and then his head just turns back. And then she gotta she just gotta lock back in. Granny Chio instantly sprints into action, grabs the arm that she dropped earlier because it doesn't have the iron sand attached to it no more since she took out the Kazekage puppet, reattaches it to her arm, throws out this old fucking like scroll, and it got like a couple different symbols on it, and she sends out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I'm actively counting. 10 fucking different weird demon looking fucking puppets. And I don't even know the name of this shit. I'm just gonna put it on the screen, nigga. But just know that Sasori was like, shit, nigga, you gonna pull out that? Alright, I got something for you too. And he pulled out like this fucking 100-man puppet army. Now, in the puppet universe type shit, like when these niggas, if you're a puppet master for real, then you can't control that many at one time. Just let that be known. So the fact Granny Chio only got like about 10 of them motherfuckers versus his 100, it's kind of not looking good, right? Your antidote has worn off. Stay back. Sakura smiles. You already don't know, don't you? Who I've become? You know what I'm saying? This bitch is locked, bro. Sakura, I am sorry for ever doubting you. So then Granny Chio got her puppets doing all type of crazy shit. Boom. Lock a nigga in a cage. Blow him up. You know what I'm saying? We on our Saw 3 shit. Mink. Mink. But why didn't you just do this shit the whole time? Your old ass tired as fuck. Then Sakura tries to play like Tim Tebow. Start acting up as like... Alright. I need to shut the fuck up. This nigga Sasori switched bodies last second and runs up on Sakura with the poison knife and stabs that hoe. Cool! I After stabbing her, he grabs the sword and twists it. Sakura grabs onto the hilt of the sword and doesn't let go and starts actively healing herself, closing the wound around the sword, but not letting the sword go because she knows it can't come out. At the same instance, Granny Chiyo hits Sakura with the final antidote, then Sasori separates his arm and tries to come after her and kill her, but by then,